Hello, Brother Sewing and Crafting family. We have such a fun show for you today, so welcome. And we have Kathy and Barb joining us again. This is going to be so much fun. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Barb. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Nice to see you. Your room looks fantastic. Barb, how are you?
Excited to be here. We have some fun, good things to show you.
Very fun. So everyone, if you've never been here before, say hi, say where you're from. We have a really fun tutorial. We are live today. I'm a brand ambassador for Brother. These two are educators for Brother, and we are live on their Facebook and YouTube pages. And we're also live on the crafting page because, you know, crafting and sewing really go together, I really think, most of the time. Hey, Phyllis, so everybody's rolling in to say hi. So what are we going to do today, girls?
I'm going to start out by showing you some different recipes, I call them, for using your decorative pattern fills.
Oh, I like that. We love pattern fills.
I love pattern fills, and also how you can do an embossed towel just in my design center.
Oh, you know what? That's really good timing because with the holidays, we're always looking for extra gifts and extra ways to decorate. I'm usually decorating the house. Poor Win. I'm grabbing stuff out of his bathroom, off the kitchen. I'm embroidering everything. So this is going to be a great tutorial. So I know what machine are you going to be using?
I'm going to be using the Luminaire XP1 with Upgrade 2.
Which is fantastic, which we've been doing a lot of demos on. And I know there's a lot of people here that still use the Dream Machine and the Stellaire and other great machines like that that also have my design center. So what you're showing today, will this work on their machine as well?
It will.
Wonderful. So that will answer their question because I know that always comes up right away, which is fantastic. All right. So would you like to just
jump right in?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
So let me show you first the embossed towel, and I'll walk you through that.
It's even a W. You could just send it to me. I don't have to do it then. Fantastic.
I have a Wyatt, so it's for when you have 3 grandsons all sharing one bathroom, they need to know which towel is theirs. So,
this is a good way to organize.
It is a good way. So I'm going to switch my camera to my machine, and then we're going to start walking you through it. I'll give you a thumbs up, Angela, when I'm ready to go.
Wonderful.
And I can show you a couple of the same towels that I did.
Oh, let me see.
So there's...
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
And then I did a P and I did an R. And I did a smaller font than Kathy did. But
that's so great. Yeah, so I'm looking closely. It almost looks like there's little beads around it. Can you pull that one up one more time, Barb?
Okay, so that was assigning the candle wicking stitch around the outside. That's all in the design center.
Gosh, I love it. Kathy, I think Kathy gave me a thumbs up. Yeah, I think you ready, Kathy?
I am.
Okay, wonderful. And so just so you guys know, by the way, when Kathy starts, internet has been really spotty all day today. I think everybody in the world's shopping. I know a lot of us are on the Houston Quilt Fest shopping. So if for any reason it freezes, we'll pop back in. So just bear with us, all right? All right, Kathy, you roll.
Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do to create a stamp is I'm going to go into embroidery, and I'm going to choose one of my large letters. I just chose this font. I'm going to grab my W, set it, and then under Edit, I'm going to make my custom stamp or shape. Saving it to memory. Now I'm going to go back home because I'm not going to actually stitch out that letter. And I'm going to open up my design center. And I want a pretty shape to just have to put the letter in. And you can make it whatever size you want. I'll just make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to go in and find my custom shape that I made, which is the W. And I'm going to size that so that it's smaller than my outside shape. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my brush fills, and I'm going to pick the little stipple. And just say, okay. I'm going to touch my flood fill bucket and touch in between the letter and the shape. So everybody see that so far? We doing
Yes.
good?
And by the way, that's so easy. I mean, okay, keep rolling.
Easy
That's very
peasy.
cool.
So then I'm going to hit next. Well, first I'm going to save this to the machine's memory. Then I'm going to hit next. I'm going to leave the spacing at 0.80. The run pitch is at the default of 2, and I'm going to take this distance down to 0. Oops, let me return because I forgot to take off the satin stitching for the outline. Because all I want to stitch right now is just this stipple.
Okay.
So we're going to set that. And there it is on my screen in embroidery, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to add, go back into my design center, and remember that shape that I saved? I'm going to pull it out of the pocket. And this time I want to put my candle wicking stitch around the outside. So I'll touch my flood fill and touch that. And then I'm going to put stipple in again, and I'm going to change the color and put that in there. Go to next. So this time I'm going to leave the run pitch where it's at. I'm going to change the spacing down to 0.100.
Okay. So this is the second, just so everyone's following, this is the second design she's working on, not the first one.
Oh no, let me take that back. I'm going to change the spacing to 1, the run pitch to 0.60. And we're going to leave the distance at 8. So when I set that, because I've changed it, I'm going to try and slowly move my camera in so you can see it on my screen a little bit better.
Okay.
So you can see that I've got red and green stipple in there.
Yeah.
And because they're running at different paths, they actually create almost like a knockdown stitch or type thing.
That's a great idea. That is, Barb, is that the tell you showed too? Is that what you did as well?
Very similar to that. I just did mine all in one thing. So I didn't do 2 passes. I just did 1, but I made it tighter the first time, and that's all I did.
What a great idea.
So it makes great embossed towels.
Yep.
And then you just embroider and it keeps that fuzzy part up in the middle. What an easy project. Oh my gosh, I could do this right now. And I know a lot of people are used to using software with that. You wouldn't have to with this. You put it in the machine and you're all good to go.
That's the best
right.
part.
No software needed. It's all built into your machine.
Yep.
Wow.
So even our dream machines and our Stellaires, all of those can do this.
So Barb, hold your towel up one more time for those that just rolled in and understand what we just did, because that is such, I mean, do you know how much money you'd pay for that in the store?
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
A lot. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, that's really cute. Now, Barb, did you use like a sparkle thread on yours? Okay,
so I did not get all of my topper out yet.
Oh, I like it. You should leave it there until you
That's
wash
what I
it.
would do. I would present it. I would give it that way, and then when they wash it, it'll go away.
Excellent. And that answers Jane's question. Do you put wash away on the top, or what do you use on the top?
I put wash away as well.
Yeah, I actually did a heat and gone.
Oh, there you go. Paula, this cannot be done on the Quattro 3, but you could do it in software and bring it to the Quattro 3. This is any machine that has My Design Center. So there's the 10 needle that you could do it on. I mean, there's a lot of options. So, Kathy, do you actually have fabric in there? Just out of curiosity, because I know somebody's going to ask what stabilizer you use on the bottom too.
I just use the wash away mesh type stabilizer on the bottom.
That's what I use too.
Yeah. And I actually have some. So you guys know, it feels like fabric. That's what's so cool about it. So for those that have never seen that, that's what this is. I always forget when I get up. Yeah, I'm wearing leggings and tennis shoes with a really cute top. Isn't that our wardrobe nowadays? Oh, there's Kathy.
So this is the one that I did. And the nice part about it with a letter like W is it almost looks the same on the back.
Is that the back?
That's the back. And this is the front.
Oh, yeah, it sure does. Sure glad my last name has a W in it. Even the A would work too. I have an A and a W. It's perfect. I can have reversible towels. I'm afraid you two can't have that. The M would work. Okay, let me see, Barb. What do you got there?
So that's the back of mine, and it's wash away. I just haven't washed it yet.
Okay.
So you cut away the excess around it, and then the rest will wash away.
Okay, so there's a few questions. You said you use heat away. How do you get rid of that without ruining your iron?
It doesn't ruin your iron. It does nothing to your iron. You leave it on a low to medium setting, never high, and you just barely touch it, and it just crinkles up and brushes away. It doesn't stick to your iron at all.
Interesting. That's easy.
Yep. That's when you make the gift at the last minute and you don't have time to wash and dry it.
That is a good fix. So Jennifer wants to know what thread you girls are using.
I'm just using regular embroidery thread, and I wind a bobbin to match.
Okay, that was the next question. Do you have the bobbin to match? Barb's got her brother thread.
Exactly. I just used brother thread, and no, I used embroidery bobbin thread because my letter is a B or an R. You can't reverse those. So you're not going to really show the back.
Yeah, no. That's a good idea. And so you have the stabilizer on the bottom, the topper on the front, either the wash away or the other. And then just reading a few more questions in here. Oh, I think it's the same thing.
And I don't know about Barb, but I did not hoop my towel. I floated my towel on top of my hoop stabilizer.
Oh.
I used the new magnetic sash frame, and it was fabulous because I could put the stabilizer in there and the towel and my topper all secured in the magnetic hoop frame. So it didn't slide around at all.
Okay. I love that magnetic hoop. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I do too.
So then, Kathy, do you want to come back to us, or you can leave it on the machine if you want? I didn't know if you wanted to show your face.
Well, I've got some other things that I wanted to show on the machine about how to use some of your decorative fills to make new recipes.
Oh,
I call them.
excellent. Okay, we are in. So just real quick, one last question for Barb. For the heat away, can you use a hair dryer? Have you ever used a hair dryer for that? And someone else wants to know if you can use an iron shoe. I would not recommend using an iron shoe, but that's just my own personal.
I have only used an iron. I don't know. It does not affect your iron. Trust me. Nothing sticks to it. There's no signs of using as long as you use it on a lower medium heat as it tells you to. So I've only used an iron.
And I can tell you by experience that you do not want to use an iron with high heat.
Then you might have a problem on your iron.
You'll have a big problem. All right, go ahead, Kathy. Let's see what else you got in there for us.
Okay, so this is one of my favorites for using this time of the year. So I'm back in my design center, and I'm going into my Pattern Decorative Fills. And I'm going to select fill number 006. And I'm just filling the whole hoop just so that you can see it better. So this is my crosshatch, and I'm just leaving everything at default and setting it. Now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to add from my design center again, that same fill, except for this time I'm making it green. Fill it all in, and when you touch next, this time instead of it being at 100%, you're going to change the size down to 50%. And when you have this all combined on your machine, it's going to look like a plaid. I know you probably can't see it very well on my machine screen, but there's the plaid stitch out.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that cool?
That is really cool. And I know some of you are going to ask, wait, can you do that again? No, actually, what you can do is save this to your Facebook page or come back to the YouTube page and watch this again. This is going to be one that we're going to watch over and over because that's so easy. Oh my gosh, what's that underneath of it?
I just have more.
Oh, you know, I'm digging. I can't help it. It's like I Spy.
I also have a cheat sheet that I will take a good capture of, that when they go back to rewatch, they can kind of write down these.
Oh, wonderful.
So let's go back home and let's do another one. So back to my design center, back to my decorative fills. This time I'm going to use number 5, which is the circles. Fill in my hoop, and everything is at the default. So I'm going to go back into my design center and add to that again, this time again, changing it to green. Grab my circles one more time. Fill my page. And this will work even if I had a custom shape and I wanted to fill around a custom shape. It will still work the same. And I'm going to change the size of this to 50%.
This is such a great idea. I absolutely never even thought about mixing these up like that. It's making your own fabric. I mean, it's so cool.
And so this is what that one looks like.
Oh my gosh, I love that. So they could do the exact same thing and put a letter in between there too if they wanted to, just like you did.
They could. So, I mean, the only thing that I would advise is while you're playing in my design center and trying to combine things is to also write it down as you're going, because sometimes you think it will look okay and it looks gnarly. And then other times you get something that looks really, really cool, and then you can't go back and recreate it because you forgot your settings.
That's a good idea.
So I always keep a scratch pad near me whenever I'm trying to do this.
That's a great idea. And I see a lot of people saying, oh, thank you for the cheat sheet. So you know what I could do? I can take part of your cheat sheet and I'll put it in a blog post for you guys so you can go back and watch the video and have the cheat sheet. That'll make it easy. And we'll see if Brother can put it on their blog as well, but I'll definitely put it up so you guys can refer to this because this is perfect timing for this. I could see this all year long. I could think of so many projects with this. This is brilliant.
You can do so many different things. So I'm gonna.
Don't fall over.
I lost my earpod.
Oh, that's why I said I think she fell off her chair. I don't know, but your ear fell out. That's all.
My ear fell out. Sorry, but you know, it's live. So we're going to go back in here and we're going to choose another decorative fill. And this time we're going to choose fill number 8 and say, okay. And same thing, we're going to fill the whole thing in, go next and leave it at default. We're going to add decorative fill number 8 again. I'm using red and green because it's just that time of the year. And this time, whenever we go next, we're going to rotate this one 90 degrees.
Ooh.
So now I have it running up and down. And let's find, I have a little sampler. So that's.
Oh my gosh, that doesn't look anything like the original that you'd put in there.
No.
That's so cool. Oh yeah, Jen says red or green or silver or gold. That would look cool too.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Metallic thread too.
Oh
The metallic
yeah.
would be awesome.
Oh, I love metallic thread. Oh my gosh, yes. A lot of people are saying we're making, Cynthia says we're making her day during this stay at home. Well, you're making our day for showing up. Otherwise we'd just be here by ourselves. And this is so much fun. And I have to say, even as, Kathy, Barb, and I, we're pretty much sewing and embroidering pretty much every day. That's our jobs. And I absolutely love these live sessions because there's like, even if you could pick up one new tip or one new design thing and then challenge it to everyone to try something different, we'd end up with like 100 different things, everyone taking this one simple thing. This is so easy to do. And I saw somebody that says they have did you say the XP1? Absolutely, you can do this on there. And Dolly, if you download it to this Facebook, to your page, you can watch it over and over or come back to the YouTube and watch it. So yes, absolutely. All right. This is so much fun. You have any more? Because I'm like addicted to this now.
Oh, I have, let's see, how many did I end up with? I think 12.
You have to show us, Kathy, the samples.
Okay.
I got to see these.
So
Yes.
there's one. There's another.
That one looks like shells. Oh, that one's gorgeous. Oh, I love that. And you can really see, whoa, which one is that one? That one's so cool.
I'll have to find it. I didn't write the number down. So there's another one.
Kimberly's right. It gives a Shishiko type of a look. So cool. Oh my gosh.
So what everybody's going to have to do is they're going to have to comment on this with their own recipes that they've come up with.
That's a great idea.
Because there's endless possibilities with colors of thread and sizes and rotation and all that stuff. And remember, this is just on plain white or off-white fabric.
Oh my gosh. That's
Right.
awesome. And that is a great idea. So comment here on the Facebook or YouTube, and then we'll put it into a blog post. And as you guys do this, enter your own recipes. I love that. At least it'd be something that would come good out of my kitchen or my sewing room. Oh gosh, I love that. Go back in there and try one more with something really messy.
Something really messy.
Yeah, like one of those really tight ones.
It looked like maybe you did several layers on one of those, Kathy.
I did not. I'm trying to find.
So only 2 layers on that one that looked, quote, messy.
Yeah, that one look like it had? That looked like it had like 5 or 6. That was just.
So it was decorative fill number 36, and I just did that one at the default.
Yeah, Paula, kaleidoscope, definitely.
It does, and sometimes you can rotate them. I had one that I created by mistake.
The best ones.
And then I could not recreate it. I still haven't been able to recreate it. So, that's why I suggest take a notebook, set it by your machine.
Everyone's saying,
so
"These are gorgeous."
so this Decorative Fill 36, I had the first one at the default settings,
Right.
and now I'm going to have this one just changing the size to 50%.
That's all you did?
That was all I did.
Oh my gosh. That's cool.
And so it just stitched out way cool looking.
Look at how beautiful that is.
It is.
Can
Can
you
you imagine
show
just
that-
doing
Can you show
doing
that
your
sample
fabric?
again, Kathy? Can you show that sample
Sure.
again? Yeah.
That's this one.
Oh my gosh, that does look like a kaleidoscope. Wow. I agree with Barb. I would have thought you had like 10 layers on there.
Nope, just 2. And all
So,
of them just have 2 layers.
Michelle and Tina have a couple questions. Are you just doing this on regular fabric, or are you doing it with batting? Or actually, you could do any of these, Tina, because you could do it with batting and do quilting, but I'll leave it to you two girls. You could do it on the towel and add a letter in the middle too.
I did too, but you could just do it on fabric. Like Angela said, make your own fabric and then cut your fabric pieces out of this fabric that you've created. There's no reason you couldn't do that.
Oh, I see a new garment challenge coming up for January. I will do it in December, but the schedule's already full. But I could see using that. You could do trim on a jacket or down the side, the leg of jeans. Oh my gosh, there's so many possibilities there.
Or you could just do the jacket or a blouse, because you could make the fabric with wash away stabilizer. So it all goes away before you cut out your pattern pieces, and you have created your own fabric to do your garment with.
Wow, that's awesome.
Okay, Angela, can I share my cheat sheet?
Yes, you sure can. Here, let me I'll throw it up here for you. So we'll put it on the screen, and then I'll drop this into a blog post too. So can you guys see that? Jen says no more challenges this month. Christmas insanity.
There's one down at the bottom, so let's not forget it. Now I'm going to flip the paper over.
So you guys take quick snapshots of that, but you can always come back and watch it too.
And then that last one there is how she did the towel.
Uh-huh. That was creating the embossed design.
Betty said this would make great Christmas ornaments too. Totally.
So that's my Merry Christmas to everyone.
Oh, that's an awesome one. Hey, Lil has a good question for you. Kathy, have you ever done 2 different designs?
I have.
Did you like it?
It is fun. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the last ones that I did with 2 different designs. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but I have combined 2 different designs. And it's just like I've said, you know, over and over again, just write it down and write your settings down.
Definitely. Oh, Kimberly's so right. What a way to make pot holders and mug rugs. I love making mug rugs. I have one here. Actually, this one is one that Joanne had sent me a while back. This is actually out of faux leather. Isn't that fun? But I love mug rugs. This actually just has embroidery. Totally off squirrel subject here, but I just happened to be sitting staring at it. Something that came fabulous that came out of the Brother Machine. So do you guys have any more questions for the girls? Because that was such a great tutorial, and I could think of so many things. So don't forget, by the way, that if you follow one of these and you do this, well, first of all, Kathy's idea was great. Leave a comment with your recipes so we can see that.
And so I have something new and fun to play with.
Yes. Definitely.
And Angela, I have a couple of samples here if you want to see those.
I would love to see those. And
Okay.
also, when you guys post photos of your own things on social media, especially Instagram, make sure you use #BrotherSews, because then we can see it and they'll share it. Let me see what you got, Barb.
Switch my camera, okay?
Oh, sure. Let me take you out for a sec. Quilted zipper bags. That's a good idea, Paula. So don't go away yet. We've got more samples. So Kathy, that is so inspiring. And by the way, your sewing room looks amazing.
Thank you. So does yours.
Check out that thread wall. Sonia, Which embroidery machine? You're using the Luminaire 1 with the upgrade.
Correct. With the upgrade.
Yep. Marie says it will fill whatever hoop size you choose. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Hey, Barb, got you back up here.
Okay. So I did this, remember, I'm a garment sewer first and a quilter second, but this little gnome guy was all done with a log cabin pattern. So there's lots of squares that are log cabins, but then I did the quilting. So here's my one attempt at a 2-color, different size red and green quilt for his jacket. It's hard to see in here, but it is there.
No. Oh, look at that. We can see great.
Yeah. So that was
awesome.
a little thing that I did with that. And then I did the stars or the sky. Again, I showed you this last time we were on, where I just scanned this design into the design center and I just reused it again. So all of the stars, the sky has stars, and then there's a different pattern. This is free motion, just making his beard have a little texture look to it. This is one pattern built in that was rotated. This is a pattern built in that I just used the angle of the brim of the hat and then straight across and then angled back down.
Oh my God.
Circles. So it's just a different built-in pattern for each piece to quilt this little guy. And this was quilted, the top, the back, and the batting in the middle. Then I have a couple other little, these are just samplers here. So this is just a panel, this little iris thing, and then I added borders, and then I used the sashing. But in here, I actually quilted, if you can see the lines, all of this is quilted in the design center. I just followed the lines of that. And then this is a micro stipple. That's a little hard to see. It's easier to see on the back. Almost see the lines here for the screens. And then this is another panel, just little built in. And again, I just free motioned around the flowers and the leaves and the sky and the clouds. And then I did the sashing. And I turned a 1-color sashing into 2 colors on this one because the corners were separate pieces. So I just used a different color thread on those corners. So I have a little bit of the gold in here, and this is a 2-color sashing. I have gold and purple. So again, just ways to use, all of this is out of the machine. Absolutely everything of these quilting things is from the machine. That's all I got.
Absolutely gorgeous. So I know there's going to be a question. Can you just show that one? Oh, sorry. I brought you back before I was supposed to. That one, hey, Barb, that one that you have that that had those lines on it. There were a couple questions on that. And let's see if I can. So for the lines on that, did you just trace those in? You drew those. She wanted to know if you scanned in with the mat or the hoop. I'm assuming you scanned in with the hoop because then you could see it on there.
That's right. I scanned it with the hoop. And then in the design center, I just did an image scan. I used that icon that allows you to draw straight lines. And I just started at the top of one of these stalks and I just ended at the bottom of one of them. And it made a straight line, just snapped in. So all of those were just lines on the stalks. And you don't have to worry about drawing straight because the machine does it for you.
That's so cool. That Kimberly, we don't have a tutorial right now on that, on rehooping, but for the sashing that you're showing there, the machine actually walks you through that. So we should definitely add that onto one of our live shows. Maybe I can add that the week of December 14th. We have live shows every single day. So maybe we could do it that day and piece together. You'll be able to see all these girls again too, by the way. Colleen has a fun question for us. Kathy, you go first. How much time do you spend on a day on your machine?
I would say anywhere from 8 to 10 hours.
I told you it was a job, guys. And how about you, Barb?
Well, I spend at least 8 hours either picking out fabrics or designing new projects or coming up with ideas and then sewing them. And that's when we're home. When we're traveling and we're out by you, we have very little time on our machines because we're always out there. And so part of this pandemic has been nice for us to actually be home and make some stuff, but we miss being out there with you all.
We
I
do miss
totally
it.
agree. There's got to be there's a positive to everything, and being able to sew a little bit. I've actually finished a couple more shirts, which, as you know, is the same thing. You just don't have time. But I'm so excited about this. I'm working on another project, and I think I'm going to decorate my fabric first. It's so easy to do.
It is.
Marie wants that job. The job's great most days, right?
Everything has good and bad to it.
So
That's right.
Jacqueline, if you don't have my design center, you could do this in software. And if you follow Cindy Hogan, she has weekly live shows every Tuesday showing how to use software. And then you can bring it to any of your machines, even if you have a 4x4 hoop even. It might be a lot of rehooping, but it will work. Let's see. I think I saw a couple. Oh, Arnell, I knew you would love that purple. Jen says she loves the stars because you could never free motion those stars consistently.
Oh, no. No.
Oh, Pam, you're so welcome. Enjoy your new luminaire. So I think making sure I'm not missing anything. Heather said, oh, hey, Heather, how are you? Mary, yes, this can be done on the Dream Machine. Yep. Okay, so let me see what you got there, Barb.
So this is just the stars that I scanned into the machine to turn it into a design.
Oh my gosh.
It's just on a piece of paper.
That's so easy.
Yeah, and now you can use the Snap app so you can take a picture of it and send it over. It's even easier.
Absolutely. You have your phone by you by any chance?
Do I? Yes.
Will you show them how you just take a photo, how easy it is?
Oh, hang on. I'm still live in Houston.
oh, never mind. I forgot.
Okay.
We'll do that next time.
I have to go back to Houston as soon as we're done here.
In case you guys wondered, she's not flying to Houston. The Houston Quilt Fest is going on right now, and All Brands is live streaming all day today, tomorrow, and Saturday. There's going to be some fabulous deals with Brother products on there, and we're all going to be in there. I'll be in there in about a half an hour doing a tutorial on the luminaire. We're live all day everywhere.
And then I'll be on right after Angela.
I'll see you both there.
Definitely. And if you want to get a link to that, just go to the All Brands. They're a Brother dealer. If you go to their Facebook page or if you go to their website, you'll see links there for that. So I have to tell you, that is one show I'm really missing this year in person. I absolutely love that show. I save up all year, stock up with gifts when I'm there, and find all new products. So,
Next year. We'll be there next year.
Kathy, what's on your shirt? Deborah wants to know. Let's see.
It says,
Ho ho. Ho ho, Florida.
ho, ho, ho.
Ho ho ho. With bells. Oh, and you got your flamingo on.
I've got my flamingo on, other side.
I think you're the first one, except your shirt's not an ugly sweater, but we started an ugly Christmas sweater challenge earlier this week, and yours is so stinking cute. So we should just make it a cute sweater challenge, because I would wear that all day.
So, we don't have long that we can wear our cute Christmas shirts. So I have to basically wear one a day and then wash and then rewear it the next week, so I can at least get 4 wears a year out of it.
We're happy to know that there's a wash in between all of those, right? Except you're in your own room, so it doesn't matter.
Right?
Well, my husband still has to put up with me.
Oh. Hey, so Donna says, did you make your own pattern for that gnome, or did you buy it somewhere?
I don't know what gnome.
Your little guy your big quilt. Did you piece that together?
I'm sorry. Duh. I bought the pattern, and now you're going to ask me where. I don't know.
Well, you know what? If you think of it, what I'll do is I'm going to, this afternoon, we'll have this put into a blog post. We'll see if Brother can put it up, but I'll put it on my blog right away so you guys can find it. Let me see so this is the website, just so you know, and we're going to try to get this on Brother's Facebook page, but go to Fashion Sewing with Angela Wolf tomorrow, and this will be up there. And if we find the pattern name, I'll stick that in there because it's not a Brother product, and I'll also add the cheat sheet for you so you can see that. And then also, that'll be another place to leave comments for our new recipes. I love this, recipes. What a great word you girls came up with.
Kathy gets all that credit. She did that,
Oh, I love recipes.
especially when they're sewing.
Oh, definitely. Let's see.
Well, I started at one time making a recipe book. And so some of the ones that I showed you were just my main courses. And then I had some that I broke them down into desserts and, hors d'oeuvres. And, it was just more like a little sampler that you could stitch, but it had all of your recipe directions stitched on the page as well. So I'll have to try and dig that out again. It's probably buried at the bottom of one of my sample tubs.
That's a great idea.
Adorable.
So,
I see one more quick question. And I don't know the answer to this, or I would just answer for you, but do either of you have a blog or that someone could go to? If not, we're going to have this on the Brother blog. So,
yeah.
nope.
I
So
don't.
I'll put it on mine because I know that'll be instant, and then we'll get it over to the Brother blog as soon as we can. So, sound good, everyone?
Sounds good.
I love watching these videos. Actually, on Brother's YouTube page, all of these are in a row. So all the ones that we've been doing for the live shows are all in a row. So you can actually go there and binge watch for the whole weekend if you want. There's a ton with the Luminaire. We even had a couple with the Dream Machine. But, of course, we're using the newer machines because a lot of people want to learn how to use those. But remember that some of this will work on some of your machines as well. So keep that in mind.
Right?
Definitely. Oh, you're welcome. Well, girls, are you ready to go back to Houston?
Yeah.
Getting ready to go to Houston.
We're off to Houston. So if you guys have questions, you can still leave comments here and get your recipes rolling. We can't wait to see it.
That's right.
All
Thanks,
right.
Angela.
Bye, girls. Have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye.
And
Bye, everyone.
See you soon.